Okay, let's do this. Testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, it looks like everything's working all right. I want to start keeping a journal, sort of keep track and make sense of all the crazy things that have been happening in my life lately. Who knows, maybe someday these could make it into one of Basil's documentaries. Only time will tell. Oh, whoops. Let's see here, I'm still new to this. Journal entry 1, 20th of Kythorn, 1795. It felt like days. At first, we all sat in silence. Then someone spoke. I don't remember who, but I think Mistra they did. They said something about how Orm should give up on getting an imperial sponsorship for brass ball. Given everything that happened, it took me a while to realize it was a joke. We all started to reminisce about the good times. That festival a few years back is a memory I will always treasure. I'll never forget how good Lily's cooking was, or how Cato was almost disqualified from the tournament for being late, and ended up winning the whole damn thing. Once his name was spoken, though, it got real quiet again. His absence was greatly felt, but I knew it had to be this way, to give us a fighting chance against my dad. Once we arrived in Lambtam, Mr. Yuri let us off and departed. I can only imagine what he's going through. He left his daughter and his wife back in Moonshay. Spectres came over and escorted us to private ships. They told us they would take us anywhere we wanted. Rav and Vlad were the first to break off. The others were soon to follow. The group I had grown attached to these past few years, Team Ruby, began to break apart. I encouraged everyone to write to me, but I'm not sure if they listened. I suppose time will tell. Once everyone left, it was just me and Lily. We departed for Nishikawa later that afternoon to visit my mom's old home. It'll be nice to be around something familiar for a change. End of log. Journal entry 2, 15th of Flamerel, 1796. Happy birthday, Damien. If you ever end up listening to this, I'm so sorry for letting you down. I've been cursed to know different futures. I know it didn't have to be this way. If only I had been more present and helped you reunite with Rika, you wouldn't be the way that you are now. Unfortunately, get down. I know that this is the way things were meant to be. If not for your fall, Vane wouldn't have become the man he is now. I wish you could see each other. In the letters he's been exchanging with me, he's become one of the best farmers in Shangti. He told me he believes in the Nishikawan Federation's policy of tolerance and acceptance, and has been supplying the military with his crop. I honestly can't believe it myself. Atticus has grown a lot too, Damien. I think you guys would become great friends. He's joined up with the Federation forces. In classic Atticus fashion, he's promised to overthrow the Empire and create a just world where gods and elder evils respect us. A world in where Damien could be free to be himself without being punished. I'll be rooting for him on the sidelines. Journal entry 3, 4th of Elysia, 1797. The war is getting closer. Just off the coast of Tungwang, Ixbel was the stage of the largest air battle in history. The bombing campaign left few survivors on the island. Anachrome won a Pyrrhic victory, but they've gained a staging point to run air raids on Nishikawa. At the beginning, people were thinking the Empire would be the greatest threat to the Federation's mission. Amelia, as the new High Oracle, has done her best to alter the perception of the Empire, rolling out a peaceful conquest initiative. Old rivalries die hard, though. They seem to be still dealing with a lot of internal strife, as well as external pressure from Anachrome, now the primary belligerent in the war. I can no longer stay silent in this conflict. I've been speaking with William. He said, if I develop weapons for Nishikawa, he can act as a gun runner to supply the troops. Lily, I promise that I'll keep working on releasing you from your contract. You'll always be my top priority. Journal entry 4, 17th of Nidal, 1798. I knew that Basil, as a military journalist, saw some weird things. I read his article a while back about how Sufi was de-radicalizing Yag cult members and was astonished at some of the crazy things those guys got up to. But this time, this is one of the strangest things I've ever seen. They call themselves the Prophets of Truth. From my understanding, they believe my dad has been reborn and will soon deliver salvation to the world and end the war. Out of curiosity, I went into town and spoke to one of these Messiah's apostles to learn more. The man handed me a pamphlet, and as I looked down, I saw Aurelius's face printed on the cover. I have to admit, it's a funny and elaborate joke. Oh shit, I'm gonna be late for Orm's wedding. I'll have to ask Aurelius more about this when I see him. Journal entry 5, 24th of Elent, 1799. Atticus is gone. Last anyone saw of him, he was near the imperial capital, Eridanus, investigating the empire's recent aggression towards Nishikawa after the two signed a non-aggression pact last year. My guess is Joshua has retaken considerable power in the imperial courts. Anachrom's successful invasion of Zikara was a heavy blow to their reputation as an indomitable force. I'm sure Attic has personally volunteered to take him down or something. I wish he just stayed in touch. I've decided. I'm going to fight on his behalf. For Nishikawa. At least I finished the dimensional tunneler. At least I'll be able to save Lily. Journal entry 6, 28th of Marpanath, 1800. One thing they don't tell you about joining the military is that not all your friends are going to be on the same side. Bella, known as the hero without fear in the Empire, is known as the Golden Demon in Nishikawa. Apparently, there's a run-on-sight order should a soldier encounter her on the battlefield. From my understanding, Rakoa and Bright still fight alongside her. Recently, she's disappeared from the spotlight. I wonder what the Empire has her doing. Anyway, I hope I never have to face her. I'm not sure if I would be able to pull the trigger. She was like a big sister to me at the academy. Well in the barracks, though. I heard rumors of a super soldier on our side as well. They call him Kan Bai Long. Hell Dragon in common. Basil just happened to capture a blurry photo on one of his journalism stints. There's no mistaking it. It was Vlad. I hope he's doing okay. Since Elizabeth, he just hasn't been quite the same. Journal entry 7, 4th of Myrtle. Lily and I have begun to make a name for ourselves lately. Mostly covert operations. We both earned perfect scores on the Federation's intelligence exams, so the brass thought it would be best for us to work to decipher and develop counters to Anachrom's technology. From our, research, I believe that they possess a shard of Io. Yes, that Io. Not sure how they got it to serve their own means, or how they even got it in the first place. But I wonder if it has anything to do with those weird dreams I've been having lately, with that strange pale-masked man and his small Harangon companion, in that rhyme I can't get out of my head. In 1803, whispered tales of despair, dark skies and wild seas, a world stripped bare. Kings and kin tremble as doom fills the air, a hopeless dance in the end's chilling glare. Perhaps those two subjugated Io, or gods forbid, my dad. I have to see him. I need to know the truth. Journal entry 8, 30th of Nidal. Happy birthday to me. Federation leadership says they found one. A shard in Asa. The Chromians kidnapped a famed archaeologist, Grabnit Hibblesplits. They're sending me and Lily out tomorrow morning to secure his rescue and investigate the shard. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I've always wanted to meet him under, better circumstances, of course. If Lily and I can get this shard, maybe it can lead us to Dad. Maybe he can stop all of this madness and explain everything. I'm tired of killing. I'm tired of not being able to wash the blood off my hands. This isn't what heroes are meant to do. I've had abilities begin to develop, though. At first I thought it was my imagination, but sometimes when I will something, it happens in the material world. If Dad won't end the war, maybe with this new power, I can.